All right, Shalom, to Brother Shamar from the Phoenix camp. With that being said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Bakakadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the brothers that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. I'll jump right into the lesson. This is Ephesians 4 and 29. It says, let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that may minister grace unto the hearers. So it says, let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth. So that means you got to be mindful of your speech, man. You got to be mindful of what you talk about and how you say things. Because this is all to perfect us, man. This is all to create, to edify, to build up that elect man. And that elect man, he's gonna be a new creature. He's not gonna talk like a two-third or a heathen. He's not gonna have the same mannerisms as a two-third or a heathen. He's gonna be a man of good speech, of good communication. When that back against, let no corrupt communication proceed out your mouth. Just get that word communication. It says, a speech, a word uttered by living voice embodies conception ideas of what someone has said. A word, the sayings of the Most High, the creed, mandate, order, and the moral precepts given by Yahweh. Old Testament prophecy given by the prophets, was declared through declaration, aphorism, witty saying, a dictum, a maxim, discourse, the act of speaking, speech, doctrine, teaching. So everything that we say should be in accordance with the scriptures. So we can't be like these two-thirds, these heathen, these Edomites, talking all kinds of BS, man, all kinds of bullshit. You know, we have to elevate, mature in all parts of our life, in all mannerisms that make us who we are as men of the Lord. And so Paul said here, he said, let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth. Let's get that word corrupt. It says, rotten, purified, corrupted by one, and no longer fit for use, worn out, of poor quality, bad, unfit for use or worthless. So our speech is very important, man. To watch our tongue is very important, man. We're not in the name calling business. We're not in the we speak like intelligent men. So to, what I'm trying to say. There was a decree long time ago given by the Apostle Kabar, where basically it says all that name calling and labeling does not befit a man of the Lord, so to speak. He made a video about it. So that's part of the attributes of a man of the Lord, man. That's part of the things that are going to separate us. And it's important to have good speech, man. It's important to speak correctly. It's important. I ran across the scripture, and it made me really think, how to perceive the way I talk and what I talk about and who I tell and what I tell to certain people. So this is good to be mindful of, man. This is good to be mindful of. Like they always say, man, everything's in the scripture. So this is one, little gem that I came across that really made me meditate. With that, I'm gonna get Colossians, Salakia. I'm gonna get Colossians 4 and 6. Because we always talk about having a rulership mentality. You're always talking about having a high value mentality. Well, that begins with that part of that is your speech, man. Part of that is having the mindset to talk correctly, talk intelligently, and talk with common sense, and not talk a bunch of crap, man. Let your speech be seasoned with salt. This is right here, Colossians 4 and 6. Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt. Let's get that word seasoned. To prepare, arrange, respected food, to make seasoned, to make savory. So something of value. Let what you say mean something. Let it be edifying to the listener. Let your speech always with grace, seasoned with salt, that you may know how you ought to answer every man. So since we begin with knowledge and understanding, you gotta be mindful of what you're saying and who you're saying it to. The things that you say to a brother, or you can't say those things to the two-thirds and the heathen that you encounter in the world. Going about your daily business. That's why it says let it be seasoned with salt. Be mindful of what you say. Said I'm going to get Matthew 12 and 34. Just a few scriptures, going into going into your speech and your mentality and things of that nature. This is Matthew 12:34. So, O generation of vipers, how can ye being evil speak good things? So evil person, he can't speak good things, man. He's gonna be a hypocrite. For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So you're talking all kinds of bullshit and all kinds of stupid shit all the time, whether it be about women or this, that, the other. You're speaking what your mind speaks, man. You're speaking what's really you're speaking what's really in your mind. Because it says out of the heart, we know that word heart goes into the word mind. So out of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So if you're talking a bunch of shit, then you're thinking a bunch of shit, and they go hand in hand. If you're talking a bunch of shit, then you're thinking a bunch of shit. If you're thinking a bunch of shit, you're talking a bunch of shit. So to the best of our ability, we have to be thinking about the right things, so we can speak about the right things. We can speak as intelligent men of the Lord, man. Men respectful, that's how they did in the old days, man. Everything they did was due to respect and honor, man. Was out of respect, honor, and integrity. You know, the men of the Lord, man, they weren't giving into much folly, man. They weren't about no bullshitting. They weren't about talking a bunch of shit. They spoke with intelligence, they spoke with integrity, they spoke with honor. Verse 35: A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth good things. An evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. Why thy words shall be justified, and thy words shall not be condemned. So, if you think about that, man, that really makes you think. Makes you monitor or meditate. Am I saying the right things in my daily life? Is my speech correct? Is the way I talk? Because the way you talk is the way you present yourself. Is the way I talk and what I'm talking about befitting the man of the Lord? They have a thing in the military. It's called conduct unbecoming. So that's basically a charge they can put against you if your conduct, your behavior is unbecoming of your rank. So conduct unbecoming, man, and that's an offense. So our rank in this world is those men that are called. We don't know even chosen. We don't know if they're elect, but we know that we've been called. We know that we are men of the Lord doing this work. So you gotta have the becoming conduct. You gotta have the right conduct to go along with your title, man. Your title being a prophet out there in the highways and hedges. You gotta have the right mentality, right conduct. It has to be befitting you. Your behavior has to be befitting the man of the Lord. You can't call yourself a prophet and then on during the week you living like a goddamn devil. You into some wickedness. You're a hypocrite. That's conduct unbecoming, man. So it says right here, by the word shall be justified, and by the word thou shalt be condemned. So you gotta be that just goes to show you gotta be mindful of what comes out of your mouth, man. It's just so I'm gonna keep on going with Psalms 5:9 because as an example, because the wicked they speak wickedness. Their thoughts are like not justified. Their thoughts are presented as wicked because they are wicked. It's Psalms 5:9. It says speaking about the wicked, it says, for there is no faithfulness in their mouth. The inward part is very wickedness. Their throat is an open sepulchre. They flatter with their tongue. So the speech of the wicked pretty much tends to death. Instead, I'm going to get Psalm 7 and 8, another example. It says, the Lord shall judge the people. Is that it? I think it's 73 and 8. Shalak. It says, once again, speaking about the wicked, it says, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. That's Esau Edom, man, because, he makes light of what he did. He tries to make light of his sins, of his transgressions against the Most High. He tries to make light of what he did to the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. They set their mouth against heavens and their tongue walks through the earth. They're corrupt. It says, verse 8, they are corrupt and speak wickedly. So that's the indicator, man. You are what you speak, man. You know, if you talking a bunch of shit, then you fall into that category. You know, but you speak intelligently, and you meditate, and you willfully, and you encourage yourself and your mind to speak with intelligence and speak with integrity, then your the rest of your life will follow suit, man. But then I'm gonna get 1 Corinthians 15 to 32. And all you gotta do as a perfect example is look at the apostles, man. The way they talk, the way they speak. You know, yeah, they crack a few jokes here and there, but you know, but it's all done with the utmost respect, with the utmost integrity, man. Yes, they say a few cuss words here and there, but we know about the cuss words. We know about that. We know what those means. We cuss all the time, not all the time, but we cuss. At moments. But you don't rely on cuss words all the time. Or sometimes they do come out because this place is vexing. But if all you gotta do is look at the apostles, man. They speak with high intelligence, it's high level intelligence, a high level integrity. The way they speak when they bring out the scriptures, it's of the utmost respect and honor toward this word. So that's what we should strive to be like, man. The apostles were set up examples to the rest of the body. That's why they're the head. You know. Anyways, I'm gonna get 1 Corinthians 15 and 32. Real quick lesson here at the plantation. It says it's just it. 33. It says, "Be not deceived. Evil communication corrupts good manners, man." So if you talking evil, man, if you talking a bunch of, you know, in the Spanish they say cagadas or cochinadas, a bunch of bullshit, then you probably most likely your behavior is gonna be that same way. You talk about folly all the time, then you probably engage in folly all the time. If you talk about the spiritual and biblical things and moral things and things of integrity, things of honor, then your life will follow suit, man. So I'm gonna run that back again. It says, "Be not deceived. Don't lie to yourself. Evil communications corrupt good manners." Verse 34. "Awake to righteousness and sin not." Awake to righteousness, man. That means what does that mean? Awake to righteousness. It means be mindful, man. Be circumspect. Be watchful about the things that you're doing. To the best of your ability, strive to be righteous. That means following the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability, and following the moral code. You can find that moral code in the book of Proverbs. You can find that moral code in the Wisdom of Solomon. You can find that moral code in the Sirach. That's full of the moral code, so to speak, man. The moral code of a man of the Lord. "Awake to righteousness and sin not, for some have not the knowledge of Most High. I speak this to your shame. But some men will say, how are the dead raised up? And when the point of it is that, awake to righteousness and sin not, for they have not the knowledge. For some have the knowledge of the Most High. I speak to your shame." So you don't want to be shamed, man. Going back to verse 33, which is the point. It says, "Be not deceived. Evil communication corrupts good manners." So that's the lesson right there, man. I think I pretty much made the point. There's a few more scriptures I could have brought out. But with that being said, man, hope the lesson was edifying, just something to meditate upon. With that being said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Call Halal Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Bros, keep on pushing. Shalom.